Hey, and welcome back to the Yogi Collection. I am Yogi, your curator through the fascinating world of collectibles. I know I haven't dropped a video in a few weeks, but I have been working on my other channel, Yogi's Garage, on a 2005 Porsche 911 Turbo S. So that one has taken priority, but now that I'm at a stopping point with that car, I'm ready to move back into the collectible realm. And this week I'm going to be talking about a couple of things. I've had a pretty good haul during that time I've been down. I just haven't shown you guys, but I do have quite a few things that I want to share with you. I have things from Matchbox. They dropped 2 cars recently on their Mattel Collectibles website. And of course, Hot Wheels. Man, I tell you what, Hot Wheels, it's like the year of JDM. It's like every single drop lately has been JDM. Last year, it was Porsche. So everyone's getting a turn, and this year it is the Japanese cars. All right, and then after that, I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about the Elite 64 drops. I have a few of those, and that Mod Shop 2017 Toyota Tacoma, which is pretty amazing what they did in that small little package. Oh, and I finally got my Porsche 356 Outlaw from the Kroger mail-in offer. It's the 2024 exclusive collector, and I'm going to show you that today. I'm not going to crack it open, but I'll show it to you. I think I have 2. I might actually crack one open. We'll see. And I'm an avid collector of a lot of things, mainly Lego. But lately, Lego has been kind of bothering me with their price structure. I'm just not seeing a whole lot of value in some of the things that they're offering at their price point. Let me give you an example. If you guys know what the collectible series that Lego drops, they're on like series 28 or something, where it's basically a collectible minifigure with a few little accessories. When they dropped that about 15 years ago, they were going for like $299. Yeah, you know, I know all about inflation. I know all of that. But now the price of these things is just getting ridiculous. So it went from $299 to $499. Now, granted, the level of detail on these things hasn't improved, but I don't think it has improved to the $5 price point for a minifigure. If you were buying a Hot Wheels, you could buy 2, 3 of those, 3 cars, 3 mainlines for what they're charging for this. And here's an example of one of their new ones. This is from the Lego Space collectible minifigures. And what I love is the plate. The plate is really cool. It's they've been doing a lot more custom plates. And again, I think it's to justify why they're charging so much. Now, their quality is okay. Nothing to complain about. The legs have changed a little bit on this thing, but overall, I don't know about you, but I don't see $5 worth of value. Now, granted, they do a lot more printing on their collectible minifigures like this, and they do special colors, so I don't know if the fedora is a unique piece. This backpack is certainly unique to me. I haven't seen this one too often. It looks like it's a new element. But again, $5. Now, the camera is a generic camera. There's nothing special about it. The camera's been around for years. All right, let's see what else they got. So I only picked up 2 of these because I just couldn't see spending more than $10 for 2 freaking minifigures, and they're not even collectible. After they're retired, these prices don't really go up on these collectible minifigures. You can get on eBay and see for yourself that these things, depending on what they are. Now, I have a 2012 set of Olympic minifigs from the Great Britain Olympic Games, and those things are nice because they have a huge return on investment. I only bought like 2 or 3 sets of those, but I'm definitely getting my money back. But those are one-offs. Superheroes, maybe a little bit better. But these, you'll never get your money back on these. You'll be lucky to break even. But this one's kind of cool. He's got gold hands, printed arms, tape recorder, printed head on the back. Look, I'm not saying that they don't add a little bit of extra pizzazz to their collectible minifigs. What I'm saying is I just can't see the value of $5. All right, that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Lego. I just wanted to show you something else that I collect, and I have a great deal of knowledge in that field as well. I've been collecting Lego since 1999, I think, about 25 years. I have a lot of the first gen minifigures. This is not a first gen Princess Leia, but this is from the Jabba sail barge. And that's a very unique set. They're finally coming out with a new iteration, Ultimate Collector. And this is Palpatine, I believe, from the Death Star, the OG Death Star Lego set. So I keep some of these out here to just kind of brag about, what I do or what I like to collect. And then this is Darth Maul from the 25 years of Lego, basically in honor of the 25 years that they've been partnered together. So that's a nice one. Nice collectible. So I have a goal that I want to get to by the end of the year, and I'm hoping that you guys can help me. I really would like to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I need you guys to help me with that. The majority of the people that visit my channel are not subscribers, and I can say that honestly is the case for a lot of YouTube content creators, but I would like to break that pattern and get you guys to just click on that little subscribe button. It'll get me up to 1,000. I'll be able to monetize this channel. And once I do that, this is not my career. I'm an IT engineer, so I do this just in my spare time. When I can get some money pumped back into this hobby, then you'll start seeing improvements in my overall presentation, what I'll do. I pushed out a few things early, like stop motion and some reviews, and some of those just really didn't take off, and then some did. So I'm still trying to figure out that magic algorithm that people are gonna wanna click on. But what's gonna help me get that is if you subscribe, and if you click the little thumbs up button too, that would be awesome. And take a look at some of my other videos. I've got quite a few talking about all types of topics, from Formula One collectibles to Lego, like I said, as well as Hot Wheels and Mini GT, all the other ones too, not just Diecast 164. So we have lots to cover in this video, and I want to get things started correctly. So why not start with Matchbox? All right. Welcome to the show. So really recently, Matchbox and Motor Trend magazine are celebrating a 75-year milestone with the original first publication of the Motor Trend magazine. And the car that was featured on that is the 1949 Kurtis sports car, or Kurtis Sport is what they call it. And again, it is a celebration of their collaboration at the very beginning. Yeah, so let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what it's all about. And you can tell that I've already opened it, but I have not cracked open the internal box. So what I understand is that this thing is an homage to the magazine as well, the actual physical magazine. 25 cents, September 1949. Where were you guys in 1949? I was not even a sparkle in my daddy's eye. The 1949 sports car, what makes this thing significant is Robert Peterson published the first edition of the Motor Trend magazine, and he reached out to Kurtis to see if he'd be interested in featuring his car, and thus history was written. Now, what's interesting about this casting is that it is not a new one. I think it came out in 2021. And I have the Mainline casting of this. What I'd be interested in seeing is how much more detailed this guy is compared to the Mainline version. This guy here retails for $25, so I want to see if it's actually worth that amount of money. All right, let's crack this guy open. I was like, you know what? I have one of these, and I can't tell the difference just by looking at them. So I'm going to have to pull the Mainline out and take a look. All right, here we go. There's an actual diorama in there too that I want to pull out. It's much heavier, I can tell you that. All right, yeah, here's the diorama, which is really nice. But I don't know, I like keeping things in the box. And it has all the details on it. Isn't everything on the back here? No, see? But I like that. Oh, I really jammed it in there. Let's try not to break it. All right, there we go. Wow, that is beautiful. Is it all metal? Yeah, it feels like it. Still plastic wheels though. Now the interior's nice, but what I really like about it is the paint job. I don't know, some of the Matchbox cars that I've been getting from the Mainlines have been less than stellar when it comes to the paint, but this one looks fantastic. Two-tone interior, white dashboard dials, very nice. All right, and it says Kurtis right there in the front. Now let's bring out the mainline version here and see what the deal is. It's even got the little chrome stripe. I thought maybe for sure it wouldn't have that, but maybe it will. Nice packaging. All right. So here is the mainline. Yeah, it's all plastic. I don't know, man. Let me see. Dude, what do you guys think? You think that's metal on the top there? Wheels are different. These are the hubcapped wheels, probably more period correct, I would think. And take a look at the difference between the headlights and the detailing, and then the paint job. I don't know, that red one's nice except for that big flaw right there. You see that? Is that in the paint? No, it's not. Cool. Nice. Be able to fix that. Interior it's not necessarily two-tone, and this one's probably not, I mean, it's not two-tone now that I look at it. This is just the color of the base, which means the base is probably molded plastic. So they did do a little bit more detailing here in the dashboard. They just painted it white, basically. So, but everything else, the detail levels, I don't know, man. What do you guys think?
I think I can smell shite.
I'm not entirely sure if I'm seeing a $25 value out of this Kurtis. Now, granted, it's a limited production, although you can still get it. It's a limited production, and once they're sold out, whereas this one here will just keep being made over and over again. All right, so the two Kurtis sports car. There's only one sport. That's motor racing. I wonder if anybody would notice. This is if I bought that from a retail store and I returned it and the car's red, would they even notice? Probably not. All right, next up from the Matchbox collection is the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. Talk about two different mindsets when it comes to building an automobile. You have Mercedes-Benz that's typically renowned for luxury and high quality parts and materials and basically rich people cars. And then you have McLaren, which are sports cars, typically known for Formula One, right? And then now they have their line of McLaren cars as well that are out, but this was sort of like the precursor to that, right? You have Mercedes and McLaren. They partnered together to create the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. Let's crack this big boy open. And I really love the presentation on this. This one here was $30. And the presentation alone is worth it. Oops, I didn't get the shell. There. Take a look at this beautiful car. It is, I'm gonna take it out of the case and I'm gonna get my hands on it. I just wanted to show you the presentation here. Love the foil lettering here. And it has all the details about it. So this, when I present it in my display, I present it like this, right? So this is how it's gonna look. And then I'll keep the box somewhere else. I have like a whole closet full of just empty boxes. I'm sure everybody does. All right, let's crack this guy open. I've learned cracking a few of these open, you just kind of have to rock them back and forth and avoid hitting the car. That is so cool. The McLaren had a 5.4 liter V8 engine, and I believe it produced 617, that's right, 617 horsepower, and it pushed this car to 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. And this car came out in the early 2000s, so that's pretty damn impressive. Plastic base. Hey, at least they have rubber wheels. That's a plus. All right, let's bring it in close, shall we? Look at that. By the way, if you hear scratching sounds in the background, that's my cat. He went into the studio, and I'm not going to let him because he'll just purr and make a lot of noise. He's purring right now. I can hear him. 2008 is the original casting, I believe, on this. I like the car. I think the model and the casting is fantastic. The detailing, the paint, the pinstriping, the headlights look fantastic. What I don't like is the plastic base. What I don't like is that they didn't put any detail under here, like, you know, painting the metal parts metal. And then last but not least is the interior. If you can see that, the interior isn't exactly detailed. It's got all of the detail in there, meaning the textures are there. All you got to do is paint them. So I suppose I could come in there and paint it. The wheels are nice. They're rubber. They're better than the mainline Matchbox. Fantastic. Look at that front end. I mean, what I love more about it is the original car, the actual car. I've seen one in person, and it's pretty incredible. It's got, I believe this one has gull wings too, and so it's a whole spectacle. And these on the sides are these gills. It makes it look like a stingray or some type of aquatic fish. It's incredible. All right, so that's the McLaren, the Mercedes-Benz McLaren SLR from Matchbox. Okay, moving off from Matchbox, let's go into the Hot Wheels Redline Club. And I managed to get my hands on a 2023 selection car. And it was an election, basically. And it is the 1972 Skyline 2000 GTR. Wow, the color. That's right there, hands down. Let me take it out of the case here, the protective case. Anyway, I'm not going to take it out of the card. So sorry, guys. Just can't do it. This is expensive. I believe this guy's going for like $100 now. It is amazing. I mean, the Spectrum paint, the GTR car is so popular right now, and there's so many iterations of the Skyline out. It's really hard to keep track. Even for me, I just kind of look at the body and say, okay, that looks like that's a 70s style GTR. And then the 80s, of course, and the 90s, the R34 and all of those. I couldn't. If somebody tested me, I probably would fail miserably. So anyway, this particular one, the 2000 GT, is known as the Hakusuka. This model marked the beginning of the GTR legacy. This is basically the OG, man. This is the OG of GTRs right there. And Hot Wheels just killed it with this thing. Those wheels are just rocking, man. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, I can see why people collect these. There's a lot of history here, but $100 now. Let me just confirm that. Let's get on the worldwide interwebs here and see what we see. I like to just look at the sold ones. $40, 40, 34, 39 with shipping. All right, so these are not $100 or $40. I have one that's $100. I just saw it. All right, it's probably the other one I'm going to show you. All right, so this is the Skyline GTR, Skyline HT 2000 GTR. And this car had the S20 inline 6, and it produced about 160 horsepower. So of its time period, that was right on par with a lot of the faster sports cars. And as a race car, this guy here was dominant in the Japanese touring car championships of the time. This one, speaking of Skyline, is the one that's worth about $100 now. It sold out quick. And I'm not going to lie, my Redline Club boosted membership, the $100 a month one, is the only reason why I got this. They sold out lightning quick. I suspect that this one will come back when they do a resale like they did recently. But what's the big selling point for this one, I don't know if it's going to come out really well in the camera, is that it's got a pearlescent paint. And it is incredible. And they call it a chameleon paint. But not only that, is the hood opens, which, let's just pretend I can open it. The hood opens. If you want to see this thing unboxed, uncarded, go over to Lamely, because that guy doesn't have to work for anything. Hot Wheels or Matchbox or Mattel just gives him stuff. They just ship everything to him. So you know he's got like a warehouse full of all the mainline cases and then several of these. So it doesn't cost him anything. So again, if you want to see that, this here is, you know, in a few years, it'll be worth a whole lot more than that. And this is why I like to share this information with people on my channel while I'm showing these is because of that, you know? It's like, what, there's so much out there. What should I get? What should I collect? Hey, just go over to Yogi's collection, check out what he's doing, subscribe to his channel, and you can't go wrong. But man, that pearlescent paint is slamming. Or is it, what are the new words that these teenage kids are saying, that the teenagers are saying these days? All right, let's see. Teen slang translator. Yeah. Click. Okay. I think this is what we're gonna do. Got it. Skibbity. Bruh, bet. Here's the lowdown on this whip. This is a Nissan Skyline GTR R34. It's one of the sickest rides to come out of Japan and is hella popular with car enthusiasts, whether you're into drifting, racing, or just flexing on your friends. No cap, I looked at it at first and it was purple, and then I checked it out again and it was red. That's Ohio Skibbity Toilet. No lie, bussin'. Yeah, so this isn't Hot Wheels Collectors, not a Redline Club exclusive, but a Collectors, and there's really not that much difference, really. I think you still need to be a Redline Club member to buy anything on Mattel Collectors, but I don't know. You guys can fight over it in the comments below. It's this one, the Ultimate Challenge, and this guy was $20, totally worth it. And this is from the inaugural season of the Ultimate Challenge. And if you're not familiar with that, it was like a design challenge to make the most outrageous car that Hot Wheels would ultimately produce and give you credit for. And this one here is Rally Resilience Nissan Skyline R33, and it's heavy, first of all, and this is it's pretty crazy. I think, and I have an extra one of these, so guess what? I get to crack this guy open. This is a nice card, man. Listen to that, stock. I hate to just damage it, but hey, you gotta get what you need in here. Let's get it out. There we go. Oh, man. Dude, this is cool. I'm going to showcase the hell out of this one on my shorts. Not my shorts, but, you know, YouTube shorts, real. You know what I meant. All right. Look at this beautiful thing. Unlock your courage. Now, this is fantasy, right? But it is basing it off of a actual production car of the time. This is, again, the R33. I mean, metal base, rubber wheels, love the pink accent here at the bottom. And then, of course, you can see all the livery. And I'm assuming sponsors, make-believe sponsors. Not a real rubber wheel like the Porsche Safari. Remember the Porsche Safari that came out from the Elite 64? Like this one, you mean? Yes, this is the one. And we got two Safari cars now from Hot Wheels, and they're both just outrageous, right? Because neither one of these things have ever been rallied. I know this one hasn't. And this one here, I don't think so. It's too valuable of a body to put that thing out on the rally. But anyway, love it, man. Love it. Look at that. That is so freaking awesome. The front lights, they're little spotlights. Great job, guys. This one's a badass casting here. I hope they use it again. It's just, you can't beat a Hot Wheel. This one here on a track would be really nice. There's a ton of weight in this car. And it looks like it's front heavy. Yeah, see, that's front heavy. Cool. You get to stick around because you helped me out. All right, next up is the Hot Wheels Elite 64 Bugatti Type 59. I mean, look at this old-timey car, man. This thing is 1933 to 1936, and it's quintessential Bugatti all the way to the front grille. This thing won some races during its time in the 1930s, and it had a straight 8 engine in there. Straight 8, man. That's why it has a long hood, a long front end on this thing. Extremely rare collectible in real life. And this guy here has a hollow front axles, I believe, that made it super lightweight. Yeah, you can see the front axle right there is hollowed, which is, you know, a performance enhancement. I don't think I'm going to crack this one open, unfortunately. But it's not worth a whole lot of money right now, and it may not be worth a whole lot ever, but it's worth money to me because it is super cool. And looks like it's the 10th Elite 64 release. So if you're keeping score, do you have all 10? Okay, last one from the Elite 64 that they dropped recently is the Mod Shop. And it's featuring a 2017 Toyota Tacoma. What makes this guy special is that you can modify the heck out of it with multiple configurations just by taking parts off of it. And they did a fantastic job on it. And here's what it looks like after it's totally modded out. I think I put every mod that I could. Upgraded front bumper, the snorkel, the skids are here, packing supplies, fuel and water. The whole kit is on this car. But you know, when it came, it was in a nice display. Well, not really nice. When it came like this, right? The car was sitting in here and you could just mod the heck out of it. And these are all the original parts that were on the car. So these are the original parts. And you can see there's a mirror right here. So I upgraded that one mirror for the snorkel. And this is a camper you can add to it. So I love stuff like this, man. Being able to customize and make it your own. That's what makes collecting all the better, because your collection is unique to you. Good construction. Not a whole lot of detail on the inside. But if you're into these types of, look, see, it just kind of comes off. Yeah, they're just pins, little dowels or pegs that you put it on. Oh, man. And this is how Yogi lost it. Beep, take two. Oh, I see. I wonder if it's because it's a swing out. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a swing out. You know what's missing? Like, where's the spare tire? Wouldn't you need a spare tire if you're an off-roader? Ah, here it is. Thought I was going crazy. Another swing out style, I believe. Doesn't really look like it's meant to be played with, guys. Are you getting the same opinion as well? All right, so tell your kids to keep their hands off of this stuff. It's just no playing, just looking.
Actually, it's a highly sophisticated interlocking brick system.
But we bought it at the toy store.
We did, but the way I'm using it makes it an adult thing.
All right. And there. Okay. There you go. The whole package. I was like, where's the spare? How can this be an off-roader if there's no spare? Nice. All right, next up on the special collectibles from Hot Wheels is the one from Kroger that came out earlier this year. Basically, it's the standard boilerplate requirements around getting, spending $20 on Mainline, sending them $7 and the cards, and you can get a collector's edition. If you haven't ever done that, that's how you can get some really rare cars from Hot Wheels, is by taking advantage of those special promotions that they typically have, where they partner with a grocery store or a discount store like Dollar General or whatever. I missed the Dollar General one. Every time I tried to go and get my $20 worth of cards, there were literally 0 cards on the pegs. All right, well, I'm not going to crack this open. I have 2 of them, but I haven't received my second one. So before I receive it, before I open it, I need to make sure that I have one to keep. But it's beautiful. The 2023 edition, I believe, was a Skyline. And then 2022 was a GT 3 Porsche, or I may have that mixed up. You guys let me know below. Anyway, the 356 Outlaw, the OG of Porsche, and a decked out Spectra red color. Awesome collectible. I mean, what more is there to say? Hey, what's in there? Oh, look. You'll see that? The plastic in there is broken. Oh, well, this may be the one I'm going to open when I get the other one. 356. All right, next up is the new wave of Fast and Furious cars. Yeah, I know. Fast and Furious, what is this, Wave 36 or something? But every now and then they come out with some really unique vehicles, and this one is it, for me anyway, is the Porsche 911 Carrera RS 3.8. This car is gorgeous. I mean, detail-wise, I don't know. It's not great, but pedigree-wise, oh yeah. Get out. Nice weight to it. Rubber wheels. All the accoutrements you would expect from a premium, Hot Wheels premium. This is a great car, but a highly collectible race car. Just feels really cool. All right, I'm gonna go through these pretty quickly in order. And the first one out of the Fast and Furious was the custom Acura Integra Sedan GSR. Beautiful blue color. This one will be sought after. Again, JDM, man. It's just anything Acura, Nissan, Skyline. You're gonna want to collect those. Number 2 is a 500 SEL. I can't have enough of these. These are so great. The Mainline Hot Wheels right here, and this is the 2-door model, which I prefer better than the 500 SEL, but nevertheless, this thing is still a sought-after casting. The 1980s versions of the Mercedes are OGs, man. They are fantastic, timeless body styling. I have to get me one. I had a 95 wagon from the W124 generation, and I love them. They're like time capsules. All right, the third one you've already seen, the Porsche 911 Carrera. I wanted to show you that one first because I opened it. The next one is the Toyota Land Cruiser FJ43. I love the color on that one. It's a beautiful red, and the tires are killer. I think I might get a couple of these and just to take the tires off because I'm starting to do that. And then finally, the Land Rover Defender 90. Great detailing on these. It's up to you whether or not you want to keep these in the card, but these are probably worth uncarding and putting them on display because they're not worth a whole lot. But I love their choices in this round. And not to mention that when I see gold label Hot Wheels on the pegs still, and I don't have it, I don't even ask questions. I just take it because it's so hard and so rare to get any of this stuff on the peg at regular retail price. I find myself ordering things from like Ignition Diecast or any of those online and paying a small upcharge because I just can't get them. Speaking of Ignition Diecast, I got this one from my last bit of business that I did with him, the 2003 Honda NSX-R. And this was from this generation or this round of Fast and Furious. It's actually Fast 5. Is this Fast 5 too? The Fast Saga. Okay, that's the Fast Saga. This is the Fast 5. And what you're looking at there is the Acura, of course, on top, the AAR CUDA, the Skyline GTR, the R32 generation. Nice. The RS200 looks pretty cool. I might actually collect these. This is a really nice one. Oh, and I got one of these. Everybody keeps talking about them, and I'm never going to crack it open. I'll put it and, collect it, and if it's ever worth anything. I didn't really watch Roadkill from Motor Trend. I have the membership. I think I canceled it recently because it's really boring. There's not a whole lot on that service. But this one was okay. I mean, he put a big-ass diesel engine, I think, in this thing. And it won the competition, I think. Anyway, kind of cool, I guess.
Oh, hey, come on. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Not worth it.
And some main lines. This one here would be hard-pressed to get on the pegs is a keychain, the 911. It really sucks because this thing's nothing special about this. It's just a piece of metal. And then, again, this is all from Ignition Diecast as well. I got this older model, Shadow Jet. I just thought it looked cool. I needed something to bump up my shipping as well. And then, of course, gotta have one of these, the R32 Skyline Godzilla livery. I think this is my second one. I'm almost certain it is. So, at the end of my video, I'll crack open one, and there you go. All right, and there you go. Looks a lot better from this angle than it does this angle. It's like it's missing some detail on that headlight. Yep, look at that headlight there. Huh. Oh well. Watch it be like one of error and this thing was worth $1,000 in the blister. Whatever. All right, guys, that concludes this video. Thanks for sticking around. And like I said, please subscribe. Just click it. It's free. You don't even have to click on my videos, man. Just subscribe. But I'm trying to come up with a good formula that provides you guys a ton of information and as well as a little bit of entertainment. And you can see what's going on the market today. And there's a lot going on. But the summer's here and things are kind of dying down. And I expect a huge rush of new cars coming out for the holiday season. So be sure to stick around on my channel. The next one coming up, the next video coming up, I'm going to do a Mini GT exclusive and show you all my Mini GT collection. And I'll even do a side-by-side comparison on some of the premiums from Hot Wheels and Matchbox so we can see if it's worth it, what they charge for the Mini GTs. Okay, well with that, appreciate you guys sticking around. The collection is closed.